Woo, you're a lifesaver. Now I can get back to my miss. Sorry, forgot a spell. Carry on, don't mind me. Infantry shield.
I'm always amazed.
Infantry shield. What is this? Way worse. Like, way worse.
What healing arts can do.
Just doing my...
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Kisara's growing on me as a character. She's extremely patient with all these people being quite aggressive.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Okay, I actually noticed that some roots popped out of the ground, sprout out of the ground when I used Dohalim's boost attack, but I wasn't sure if it was him or something else. So I'm guessing that's his boost ability's specialty, is that if there are agile enemies, he can root them for a little bit. That's nice. Not sure how often that's gonna come up, but...
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
They also mentioned, forgot to mention that the reason why it's open is that people that choose to play as Kisara have something to look at. I know that's why you do it. Every single person that mains Kisara, or at least runs around with Kisara, that says that they do it because of whatever other reason, they're lying. We all know why they do it. Every single one. Don't lie. We know it. Let's go Kisara.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
Alright.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Create accessory. Still don't have the lucky pebble. So I was supposed to enhance earth damage, down damage. I guess Kisara could use this, but I mean, they really care about giving damage to these people? All I care about them is surviving. Actually, to be fair, Rinwell probably does a lot of damage. No, not weapons. Actually, I want to... Okay. Create accessory. Oh, there's no point in creating anything. We're running into the area of like wind stuff anyways, and we have enough. Wait, there's an owl! Oh no, there's an owl somewhere!
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Well, that seems like a dragon of some sort. Oh no, did I forget the skit? Oh,
What
crap.
do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Wait. Ranch can wait. I want to figure out where this bird is. Let's ignore these enemies. Where are you, bird? Somewhere around here. Gotta deal with this first. In the tree, probably.
Right here! I got you!
No escape! You're finished! Try harder!
Ow. It's getting rammed from everywhere.
Take this! Win! You're mine!
I can do it
Strike!
all day! Now!
Lunar Rondo!
Lightning orb! Meteor! Water, hear my call!
Slice!
Dance in the wind!
That extra training paid off.
Where is it? Saw the pop-up.
Ooh. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
What the? Literally saw it say examine over here.
Hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Is it on the ground? There's no way. I can hear this little. Okay, maybe not here.
Hoo.
Oh, there it is.
Hoo, hoo, hoo. Hoo. Hoo, hoo,
Okay, we've
hoo.
heard that enough.
Look, Hoodle, one of your buddies.
All right. To shamefully admit that took a few more
Judging by
seconds
the
than I
stench, I'd say the animal.
took a little bit too many
Is
seconds.
the ranch are all grown now.
Do I have the option to? There we go.
I just noticed none of you other Dahnans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Dahnan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman. And this is my chance to have a new beginning.
A lot of exposition going on.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Dahnan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Dahnans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Dahnans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
I don't have any problem with these skits. They do explain a lot when they need to, but some of them could be shorter. I mean... Oh. These Zoogles have been sticking some steroids into their bodies. They're just growing more and more muscular. These guys have really been going to the gym.
Brace yourselves. This one's tough.
Oh,
Here I
that was way faster than I could even dream of reacting to.
Airborne beast, my specialty.
Escape.
You want me? Come get me.
Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
And they're quite beefy.
You're mine!
Glacial spear.
You're mine!
Where are you going?
You're finished!
On guard.
Blew away!
Lightning.
Look
shot. Seal. Let's get you out
Yeah,
of the way.
quite.
You picked the wrong fight!
Here comes Kizara. Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Think we overdid it?
I'm not done!
Not by a long shot.
Thunderblade.
Soaring light spear!
How about this?
No escape!
Blow
away.
Dance in the wind.
I'm not done!
I guess we're not really using Earth attack on these,
Going in.
You're mine! No escape!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
so we're not really getting any bonus damage in here.
It's over!
Do it.
Kisara! Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone.
Now! You're mine! Lunar Rondo!
Make your play. Redwell. Astral energy. Full throttle.
That was,
Barely a blip on our radar.
who took damage? That's a lot of damage on Kisara, actually. For some simple birds? Man, that means these guys are gonna hurt. Well, there we go. This is a pain. Why can't these Zoogles stand still? Oh.
All right.
Perhaps it's time to I deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands. Dolim's boost attack. Grows vines from the ground to ensnare enemies and strike them. Effective on fleet-footed enemies. This nullifies their evasive abilities and downs them. Tutorial, stop!
There's nowhere to run from my arts.
When he slows down, that's our chance!
Let's get you all tucked away. It's like trying to keep up with a wife.
In a bind?
It's showtime. Spread.
Take this.
In here.
It's over!
Prepare to be sealed.
It's too fast!
Ah, I can just...
I'll trip it
I
up.
think I can abuse this.
Infernal turret!
Shame is... Hold on, can I see my... status here, you think? Ah, what a shame. Can't see the status of my character. No, maybe? No. I don't know if this is actually counting. Spamming the skills here.
In a bind?
You're mine! Blew away! You're finished!
You require a hand.
We missed? Come on, man.
You're mine!
Prepare to be sealed.
Here I come!
Hope this works.
Oh,
Annihilation. A banana. Let's go.
You require a hand.
cool.
Sleep well.
And they'll learn something new.
And there was the
In a
other.
bind?
On guard.
You're mine!
When fast enemies like wolves or monkeys appear, send in Dolim. His boost attack will nullify their evasive abilities and keep them from dodging. Cool.
It's caught.
You're mine! I'm not done! Blew away!
Lunar corruption.
Are these really that fast though?
Here I come!
Raging storm.
Infernal turret! It's over! Blew away!
Now you've gone and ticked me off.
Take
Glacial
this!
spear. Pierce evil. Raging storm. Hope this
Going
works.
in.
You're mine!
Okay.
No further.
That's the second new ability?
Tiger blade.
I'll take you
Oh,
all
maybe it's
on.
like unlocked because of the story quest. I remember I was checking it out a little bit. Not too many spoilers. But I noticed that some skills are learned after a certain point in the story.
Mirage!
Now or never.
It's over!
Time to shine.
You're mine!
In the wind. In here.
I thought it would die. So yeah, maybe that's
There
why.
with the others.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Dahnan relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dahnan history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
Crocodile Crusher. Artifacts. Artifacts confer special effects simply by having them, some of which serve as bonuses that can be enjoyed after clearing the game. You can toggle each on and off from the... I was actually going to check this. Additional arts... What? You can now set 6 additional arts. Press G on the art screen to switch between panels. Arts that are set to the second panel can be executed by pressing Control on the buttons. Oh, that's pretty nice. Actually, one of the reasons why I was struggling to see how anyone would want to play, say, Xion, for instance, is that you only had 3 skills, and 2 of them has to be like heal and resurrect. So it's like, that can't be fun. But with that, it makes a bit more sense. It's kind of suspecting something like this. But here it is. I wasn't sure. Alright, well, we'll keep it anyways.
That treasure. What a sweet sounding ring it has.
You really think so?
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
There's a lot of stuff that just... artifacts. I actually was thinking about... looking back into artifacts. Where is that activated again? Ages ago, this worn-down hammer was used to beat back crocodiles. Those skilled enough to dual wield with it were lauded as champions. Okay, so these are just permanently on. Is there any way to turn them off? Not that I would want to turn them off, I'm just curious for the future. Alright, well, I don't know, do I want anything else? I guess just put in some elemental stuff here. Yeah, sure. I can put in Eternal Devastation in case I need to do Earth damage, Lightning Thrust in case I need to do Earth. I mean Lightning, and then what was the one? Megasonic Thrust? Megasonic Thrust is not elemental. I already have wind on my bar though. I don't really need more. doesn't matter. Let's keep it open. Let's just keep putting Eternal Devastation there. And here, anything I actually want? Nah. Just put Stardust in, I guess. Just so I can get used to using the alternate bar there. I'm sure you can do some fancy combos.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
Alright, so what are we looking at? Something over here, probably? Something over here? Probably a boss fight over here?
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
Swarm. Well, we get a chance to actually test out.
This won't be easy.
Don't be such a pessimist.
Was it R? Yeah.
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Hear my call. Try this.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for you truly.
In a bind?
Lightning thrust.
Oh, that was lightning thrust.
I'm only getting no escape.
Let's just use this one over here.
Be still.
I misclicked, not gonna lie. And I missed.
You're mine. Soaring light spear.
Misclicked that as well.
This ends now.
Consider yourself
It's
finished.
actually starting to become a lot of buttons.
Yes, my lady?
Not that I have a problem with it, but it definitely takes a bit of time to get used to. I'm sure some people were not used to it, to struggle.
Make it rain. Law, get toasty.
Burn strike.
Magic is
Going
in.
I'm not. Soaring light spear. Shattering the pieces.
Oh no, it didn't hit.
Infernal torrent.
Oh,
Quite
oh, it's because I
necessary when
jumped.
creating
That's why it
weapons.
was tumbling forward.
It's so
Oh, wrong way.
hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah, we used to run up and down these slopes.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. These guys are big.
We have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
In a bind?
Take this.
Sleep now.
This one's mine.
It's a sword.
Try this. Infernal
Ah, got interrupted.
torrent. It got flyers.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
Astral art.
That's my cue.
They all missed their stuff.
I never miss.
This isn't looking good.
Oh my god.
Don't leave me all alone here.
3 people missed their boost attacks. What a bunch of scrubs. Or 2 people. Actually, I'm not sure. What?
Their arts were interrupted.
Bring you back from death.
I wish I could program Rinwell to... Oh, it was my bad. I misclicked. I'll be able to break it. I wish I could program Rinwell to save her arts, I mean her boosts, and automatically just use it when somebody was casting stuff.
Train harder.
Take this. I'm not done. Raining slash.
Here's a healing art.
Ignite. We did it.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking.
Oh, I knew this was gonna be painful.
Part to your hunting intent.
I'll take you all on.
Did I die again?
Flare Demolisher.
Will this
Here I
help?
come.
Raging sword.
Oh man.
Healing for
Dodged too early.
back from death's abyss.
It takes so long to do the animation.
Pierce evil.
You're mine.
Field. Freeze land.
Dude, that was a mess. Holy Bananas, that was a mess.
I can feel my power growing.
When enemies and teammates get stacked on top of each other, things just become a mess. Like, it's hard to see what's going on. Definitely think we have to go rest here. Which is fine. No, actually we have to go rest in the other map. Yeah, we definitely have to rest. That was pretty brutal. Yeah, I wish I could put it. Is there a way to actually, if I look at the strategy, is there a way to get the AI to auto-target with certain... No, doesn't seem to be any boost attack specific. Wish I could program Rinwell to just automatically use her boost attack when somebody is casting something. It would also force me to like stop pressing pause and target and click Rinwell's ability. It's kind of boring to do it, that's why I don't do it. I know they're casting it, I can see it, but it's like kind of breaks the flow of combat to have to pause the combat just to hit an enemy with it, which is why I'm just like, tank it. But that was a bit too much.
Something to munch on, Hoodle?
That was a bit too much.
I'll see you again tomorrow. Well, off we go.
Still have a lot of time left. Well, not a lot, but some. Anyways, I'm gonna end here. I have a sneaking suspicion we'll run into a boss, and it might get a little bit tough. So honestly, I'm just gonna do this before I forget. Where is the other one? Poison resistance. Let's do it like that. And give me the lucky bangle. Give me more items. Anyways, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you'll have a nice day. And I'll see you in the next one. Next one, well, there's only this to do. It's actually a lot to explore, but I'll be tomorrow. So